Okay, tank is apart. If you're wondering what this bit is, I'll just take you over to the... There's no way in hell the bit was coming out of the tank. It just wasn't going to happen. Tip it up for you. So this is the part that was in there. So the serrated part of it sort of sits there. This sits against that lip there. So I watched another guy, a guy who's doing the white one, some really good videos, can't remember his name now, Todd, I think it is. He was saying he had the same problem. Everybody says, oh, they come undone. No way in hell that's coming undone. If you warm that up, that'll loosen up and loosen this. So basically ended up snapping it all apart and then just knocking it inside. Had a right job getting it out of here. Ended up chiseling it sort of inwards, breaking it up to get it off. There was no way that was coming undone. Damaged the thread a little bit, which I can probably just shave off that. Probably have to file that down. But yeah, so I'm going to do what he did, sort of put that in from the back with some quality sealer. Might use that Loctite stuff because that's okay with fuel. Possibly, I'll see. Put that in there like that, and then Jubilee clip this, and then I'll check it before I put it in. Hopefully that'll be fine. Because once it's screwed in there, it's not got to be dead tight, to be fair. And this is against that sort of plastic lip there, and there is a seal there. So as long as that's not moving around, once it's tightened up, it will tighten that up, and then it should seal on that gasket there, hopefully. Inside the tank, it's an absolute mess. You can sort of see the crap. I think that white thing is meant to be on the top of here. Now I can't work out, I'm going to have to look at some pictures, whether it just sits on there or I'm not sure. I've tried to put it back on, but it doesn't look like there's any clip, so I'm wondering if it just sort of sits there and the filter goes through it. The filter looks pretty khaki as well. So yeah, probably should have done this first. So there was loads of, I mean, you can see the amount of crap and muck in there. So that's all been going through the pump. Obviously it had a filter on, and I've put a new filter on, which is not the end of the world. But yeah, I don't quite know what to do about that dish. I'm assuming what that does is when the fuel's returning, it stops it splashing, or it stops when you go around corners, it stops the fuel sloshing about, so the sensor reads the right amount. But whether the lid being on, I suppose the lid would matter if it was low on fuel, because it would slosh over the sides. I don't know, because it has got like a sort of return halfway up. It's like a swirl pot, I assume. So if it gets the last bit of fuel, because it keeps returning it, doesn't it, into the swirl pot, I believe, like the older Volkswagen stuff. So even if you've not got much fuel, it keeps going back into that and sucking out of that. And the hole in that is, yeah, that's it. The hole in that, if you can see on the side, is higher up than sort of the bottom, so it'll keep sucking from there as it runs out. So I don't know if that's critical. I might just try and put that on when I wash the tank out, put that on top and put the sender unit through it, which might help. You know, then it can't go anywhere. It can jiggle about a bit, but it can't really go anywhere. So yeah, full of crap, literally full of crap. Yeah, probably going to jet wash this out, I think. So this is the remnants of the filter. So that's not been out in a long time. It's got them stupid mesh things in, which probably hasn't helped matters, because that just sloshes about and meant to. You can see the crap coming out there. That's absolute shit, that is. Yeah. So at least I have got a fuel filter after that, so hopefully I wasn't getting loads of muck coming through at the front when I bled it. But that could explain why maybe the pressure, maybe the pump is clogged. Pump's not going to be very good. There's going to be bits of that in the pump, for sure. So possibly that's the issue. The pump doesn't sound, maybe the pump doesn't sound as loud as it did, so maybe that's what's happened. Now I put some fuel in it and drove it around a bit, it's bits of that have come off and gone in the pump. So yeah, not a great start. Kind of what I thought though. I had lots of people say, oh yeah, I took it out and it came out fine. That's a load of crap. I can't see that happening. So the sender unit as well. So like you can see, yeah, all the crap in the bottom of there. So I'm going to take that apart anyway and just check the resistance on it. I can't remember how it works. I think there's an earth and 2 contacts. I did see that guy on YouTube testing it, so hopefully if we can take that little noggin off the bottom, take that off, take the bottom off, you can see that's not been out in. It's not the prettiest, that in. Yeah, so you can see somebody's had a go on doing that before. It's obviously been seized up. And this actually itself, I've seen a lot worse. That's the worst bit. Which, to be fair, I might just actually just cut back what's gone and just reinforce this bit and not worry about it too much, because nothing can hit it if I just put a piece across there like that to protect it. But the straps aren't really thin. Maybe a bit of patching on this bit, just patch that bit up a bit. It's not half bad. It'll go again that well. I was thinking it was a lot worse than it was. So yeah, quite a few jobs to do. Seem to be creating jobs as I go along. Like I say, probably should have took the tank out and cleaned it first, but it was running when I got it, albeit not brilliantly. So possibly some of that crap is in the pump and stopping the pump giving the proper pressure, which could be part of the issue, because it does kind of feel when you drive it feels like it's flat. It's like running out of fuel a bit and it doesn't start so well. So that's possibly what's happened. That started to sort of break up a bit more once I started driving it and got stuck in the pump. So I'm going to jet wash all the tank out, put some I think I'll put some like detergent cleaner sort of stuff in there and give it a good wash out. Yeah, give it a good swill out, try and jet wash and get all the crap out of it. I mean, if I don't get every last bit out, it's not the end of the world, because it's got the filter there anyway. But that filter really is to stop the crap getting into the pump, because then after the pump you've got your filter to stop the stuff getting up to the front. So yeah, not the best of his jobs. I have to Google what kind of stuff to put in that on the outlet. It's not going to dissolve and give me no trouble. Yeah, that came out not too bad, so I don't think it needs a vast amount though, to be fair, because it is pulled up against there. I think I'll clean these serrated bits up a lot more, and a bit of seal around there, and then a good Jubilee clip on there, and then tighten the filter in. And that's what the other guy did on YouTube, and it seemed to work okay. I can't think of any other way of doing it really. It's got to have that thread, I've got to have something to insert it into. I mean, I think what he might have done is got rid of this lip and pushed it in that way and then gripped it, which ideally I don't want to do. That did knock out quite easy, so if I can get that in there and just get that lined up with a bit of rope or something, once it's in there I can get like my slide hammer with a hook on and slide hammer it up, pull it right up so it's nice and tight. I think that might be the way to go. All a bit of learning process, but yeah, all these people on the internet say, oh yeah, mine just came undone. Yeah, I bet it did. Mine didn't. There was no way that was coming undone. I think if before it came undone it would have snapped the outlet. It would have snapped the socket on the outlet, because that's kind of soft. I call it monkey metal. I don't know why I call it that, but That's what people call it. It's like cast, kind of soft cast metal. Wasn't dead hard. But yeah, so kind of keep finding more things, but that's fine. I was hoping the fact it's had a new pump and newish looking pump and filter shows me that it's probably, you can see the crap in there. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I'm hoping I've not contaminated all my system. I don't think I have, because I've not had any. I had a filter, and when I was putting it through the fuel distributor, I wasn't getting any muck coming through, and all the filters in the fuel distributor looked clean as well. There was no crap in there really. So I think the filter that was on obviously has been doing its job, but obviously this one's just degraded and gone to shit. I'm going to call it, people like to name their cars, I might just call this the Money Pit. Similar to Oak Island, if you've watched the thing on telly, Oak Island, where they're trying to find the gold and they never find it. This is kind of very similar. I'm trying to find the pot of gold which is making it run properly and drive it, and we're not quite getting there. But we are, like I say. I was quite pleased how easy the tank came out. And I've got most of the bits now, so I should be able to crack on and get that done and get the tank back in fairly swiftly. So once I've sorted that out and got it in and built the tank back up, I'll probably do another video before it goes back in, and take it from there. So yeah, lesson learned really. First thing I should have done when I got it here really, before I tried to mess about trying to make it drive, was really take the tank out and flush and clean the tank, which to be honest I normally would do on a older Volkswagen stuff, what I normally use. But the fact it was running and everything looked new at the back kind of tripped me up a bit really. The filter would look really rusty and nasty and horrible, but it didn't. But like I say, that could be 14 years old, so I'm waffling on a bit now, but yeah, progress is being made, kind of 2 steps forward and 1 back, but we are going forward slightly. If you're enjoying the vid, subscribe, give me some likes. If anybody knows what they've used to put that back in, we'll re-watch that guy's video and see what he used. I don't think it's that critical, but it just needs something to give it a bit of a sealer. I'm hoping if I can pull it back in that way, that'll be good. Don't quite know how I'm going to do it yet, but I think I should be able to do it. I'm thinking a bit of rope with sort of a flat washer on the end. Maybe something like that, yeah, maybe a flat washer bolted into it actually. So then it pulls it in square, and then pull that out and then pull it in with a slide hammer. Might be the way to go. Or actually put a bolt in it, yeah, and then I could bolt it in and pull it up with a bolt and a washer, then take the bolt out and drop it back in and get it out, possibly. I'll let you know what technique I use. So yeah, coming along, sort of. Obviously the fuel gauge really doesn't work because I've filled that's 20 litre. I filled that up with fuel and my gauge is reading at the bottom of reserve. Clearly that's not the case, and I think I think it was running out of fuel, it probably wasn't. Maybe it just wasn't getting enough pressure or fuel. But then when I put fuel in, it seemed to pump, which seems weird. It seemed to start, which seems weird, but maybe that was, I don't know, more fuel in it was helping it. But yeah, so clearly the fuel gauge needs looking at, but you can take all that apart. I'll probably do a video of that. I think you can take the bottom off and take it out, and then there's like 2 strings with like a float with contacts either side. And then you can measure the resistance as you move it up, and it should go up and down. Make sure it contacts as it goes up and down. It's probably all corroded and knackered up inside, so hopefully I can clean that up. Don't have to buy more stuff. Little money pit as it is, but yeah, it's not going to beat me. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going, keep swimming. Okay, it's time to go home now. I think I've achieved creating myself a load more work, but that's what we love, isn't it? We love it, really. I keep complaining, but we love it. That's what we do. All for the love of the smell of the engine, and one day I'll be driving it and I'll think, oh, I didn't do all that. I won't remember all this heartache, but you never know. Okay, see you next time.